rap lyrics. All right, we got Biggie on the screen. Biggie, one more chance. Says, heartthrob, never. Black and ugly as ever. However, I stay coochie down to the socks. Rings and watch, feel with rock. Now, the crux of these lyrics is when he says, however. Heartthrob, never. Black and ugly as ever. However. What does he do after however? He begins to say, I'm black and ugly. You would never want me. However, because I have coochie, because I have rings, because I have a Rolex watch, now I'm a man. What happens when a young man hears this? What does it mean? Material. That's how they gonna be viewed. I see. What if you told him he has value if he has no watch, if he has no rings, if he has no car? What if you told him you still have value if you have none of that? But it's the lyrics. This is what he's telling him. And we're not just, I ain't have to go as far back as Biggie. I can bring it, definitely what we listen to today. It's all brass materialism. Everything is materialism. All of it. But what if you told him how to decipher the lyrics? Young man, what are you listening to? How are you going to decipher the lyrics? How do you know what's positive? How do you know what's negative? All right, so I created my own hip-hop grading metric. Can somebody help pass these out? This is a metric. You can take it to your classroom, and you can begin to actually grade music. You can actually begin to grade the music. You're going to create your own, like I gave you 1 through 5, as you'll see, but I want you to create your own score, what you consider positive versus negative. And you're going to see it when he gets around to you. How we're going to help begin to decode power. What does decoding power look like in real time? This is my own metric that I created. When you use this, just give me my credit. Just say Professor Chapman gave us that. And that Professor Development. And then I want you to create your own. When you get an opportunity. Does everybody have one? This is my hip-hop grading metrics. Does the music perpetuate harmful societal norms? norms or reinforce negative behavior. That's the social message. Then I look at the cultural impact. Does the music contribute positively to the cultural landscape, fostering understanding and appreciation as an art form? I want you to grade that 1 through 5. Then I look at personal reflection. Does the music encourage critical thinking, self-reflection, or introspection? Does this music make me think anything besides getting a gun? I said a drug. Like, does it make me think anything? All right, does the music discourage critical thinking or promote conforming to negative norms? 1 through 5. Oh, this is big. Is the music emotionally shallow or lacking in substance? That's why you see people tell you they listen to music from the 70s and 80s. At least that was some substance. Hey, you can't even hear a man tell a woman he loves no more. Chris Brown said, go into the dresser. All right, go get me something out of the dresser. Hey. At least Charlie Brown said, I'm yearning for your love. Right? You don't even, so is the music emotionally shallow? And then the image profile. These are very important. What image of black males is presented? We are the only group of people that can get in our car 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and hear a black man talk about killing another black man. Nobody else would allow that. God Brooks don't talk about killing clean black. Why? We all rich. We get money. Wow. 24 hours a day, you can hear your demise on any hip-hop radio station. No Jewish community would allow that. No Japanese community, no Chinese community. Nobody would allow it. Only us. 24 hours a day, they come in your classroom with murder on my mind at 7 in the morning. Right? What image of black females? It's important how they view black women. What he's listening to is reinforcing how he believes about black women. If all he sees black women is this, that's going to affect him in the classroom. That's why I created the metrics. How do we grade this? Who's grading it? Who has enough courage to grade it and say, this is garbage? Yes. All right? What image of the black family? You don't see the Cosby Show no more. Everything is a trashy reality show. Where's the black family? That's important. Does he see himself a part of a family unit? They show our commercials, they'll put a black woman with 2 kids on a national commercial where you're going to read on that.
Yep. That's right. Yep.
Everybody else got a father on the picture but us. How do you teach them to decode power? What's going on under the surface that you would create a national campaign and not put a black man with his woman and children in the national campaign, but all other races got a father, a mother, and children? What do you think this is doing to these students? They're seeing this. We're decoding power. All right? I'm going to skip past this. That's G1. All right, let's continue to decode power. Y'all remember this right here? Yes. All right. Now, you got a student walking in your classroom. They just seen this. They're like, what's really going on here? Let's begin to decode power. Okay? Okay. Black boy has on the hoodie that says coolest monkey in the jungle. White boy has on the hoodie that says survival expert. You talking to young students. They want to know what's going on. How are you going to decode power for them? What's going on? What are the power dynamics here?
Well, the whiteboard is more like a better person,
Okay.
and then the blackboard is like a crazy animal.
They basically say we're Tarzan.
Oh. This is a national campaign. No, this is a worldwide campaign that went all over the world. This is a worldwide campaign that went all over the world. And it's showing us in this manner. This is how you decode power. What could this also mean for the lack of representation? Could there be, remember we're going on the surface, could there be that nobody was in the room that was black? So when this came across the desk, nobody was there to say, this may not be a good idea.
That's right.
Could it be that maybe
Monkey in the jungle.
there was a lack of representation in the boardroom? Could be. Now, you know, sometimes we can be in the boardroom and still play.
That's true.
Right? But I'm just saying, we need no power. We're raising questions. We're raising critical questions. What could possibly be going on here? It could be a lack of representation. Nobody was in the room to say, hey, this ain't a good idea. You probably should put the black boy in the hood that says, coolest monkey in the jungle. Right? We're decoding power. We're going under the surface. All right? Let's continue to go deep. Continue to go under the surface. What's going on here? If I show George Zimmerman in a blazer and a tie, but Trayvon Martin with his shirt off, what's going on there? He's the boy that got killed. But the media bias is, I go grab the worst picture I can find.
Oh, yeah.
Now you telling me he ain't got no picture with a shirt on?
They got a whole picture of him smiling in the school photo.
Come on. This is the picture you put in the media.
Right.
These are, listen, they come in your classroom, they see this, they want to know what's going on. You gotta be honest. How do you decode power? What are the power dynamics going on in such a picture that you put the killer in a good-looking picture? Now he's the one that murdered the boy. But you showed me with my shirt off. What is this going to make the world say?
He deserved it.
That he deserved.
Right.
Already no respect for humanity anyway. This is all they need to see. Right? So we're decoding power. We're going below the surface. All right? Let's continue to go below the surface. Let's decode power. Over 4,000 executives make up the large percentage of hip-hop execs in America. Remember, most of the hip-hop artists you see are what? Black. 4,000 music executives, only 3 are black at the top. That's Sony, that's Live Nation, that's Columbia, that's all of them. 3 black executives. What's going on there? Let's decode power. Go under the surface. What's happening? What's happening? I'm pushing the music, but the people over me never look like me. Go deep, go deep.
The producer is
to get permission to put out something that says kill everybody that looks like you. That means somebody don't care that I put out something negative, right?
They don't care about the content as long as they're making
Come on.
they're making the money.
Come on. They don't care about, that's why I gave you the metrics. I want you to look at the content. How do we grade the content? They don't care that our artists continue to put out music saying knock the dreads off. They send their kids to college, they buying yachts, all that, off the backs of our artists. Over 4,000 executives. Only 3. So what does this mean in terms of power dynamics? What does it say about representation? Right? We're decoding power. All right. Now I want to get into something I want you to write this down. Write this down. Everybody goes pro in something. It's just not sports. Please take that into your classroom. Everybody goes pro in something. It's just not sports. No matter where I go, I say, young man, raise your hand, tell me what you want to be. 98% of the class will say, I want to go to the NFL or NBA. It never fails. It never fails. 98%. All right? That tells me that nobody ever shows us the numbers, because here are the actual numbers. If 1 million boys start off playing football in high school, a very small percentage of that will play in college, like 2.5%, and then 1.5 will ever go pro. So 1 million boys start off playing, by the end, only about 251 will ever make it. But 1 million started off playing. But by the end, only about 251 made it. What does that say? Somebody has to show us the numbers. Somebody has to give us exposure, what I call exposure. You have to expose these young boys to something bigger. What does it look like to be an engineer? Let's look that up on your phone. Everybody got a phone. What does it look like to get in the tech space? What does it look like to be an entrepreneur? What does it look like to do this? What does it look like to do that? You are providing him with exposure. And exposure matters. Exposure matters. Show them the numbers. Black boys need exposure to the numbers. Are we really preparing them for the future if we don't share the real numbers with them? Everybody goes pro in something. It's just not sports. You're going to be a professional doctor, professional lawyer, professional entrepreneur, professional engineer. You're going pro in something. You're going to be a professional in something. Just not sports. And guess what? That's okay. That's perfectly fine. But you gotta expose. All right, so I do an exercise like this. I want you to do an exercise called I Need You to Know. I need you to know. Remember, I'm always practical. Everything I do is practical. I don't do theory. Right? I say, hey, who is this on the left? They're going to say, that's Young Thug. All right? I need you to know Young Thug. That's cool. Then I say, who is this on the right? Oh, no. That gives you an opportunity to now allow them to do research. Now, you got an opportunity to now do some research. You remember, everything we do, we build in student engagement and relationships. And now I say, okay, this is my role. Who played at Florida State, but he gave up football to become a neurosurgeon. You think it would benefit him to know my role? Yeah. It's good to know that role, but I need to know my role. Because that's going to spark something in his mind. But if he never seen these images, he don't know. Whose job is it to show him? You. Remember, nothing you do is just. It's always important. Always important. All right? So that's just another exercise we do. Want to expose you to real life examples.
So we immediately became wards of the poor and foster. And so we grew up in a foster home. So they moved from the Bay Area to far northern California. So I'm one of 350 children who went through that home. So I was adopted in the home, but my brothers and sisters, long-term care, short-term care, guardianship. And so we had a unique experience because we moved to a very non-diverse environment. So for the vast majority of the time that I was in school, obviously, me and my brother being African Americans in school. So it was pretty interesting.
No, but you and your brother had each other.
Yeah, sure. What was that?
Sacramento State University.
Yeah.
Tell me about that journey.
Well, the thing is, I've always planned to be in this role. So I went off to college in Sacramento State and immediately fell in love with the campus. And so I'm the president of the campus that I went to school at.
Exactly.
Right? Which is amazing.
Really? How do you feel now that you achieved that?
I feel great because by the time I was in my sophomore year of college, I was very involved on campus and student life. And I was obnoxious about telling every single person that I was going to be the president of Sacramento State. And so I mean people all the time are like, I remember when you said that.
You said it.
You said it. But that's truly what I've been working for this whole time. Not because of the title, but because of the impact that you can have on people's lives.
Wow. So, how do you go about using your background, your story, and your experience from the school to help others as citizens?
So how I do it is I think about what it was like being myself in college. So my first year in college I did pretty well. I had pretty good grades, and then my adopted father, he went to prison. He later died in prison. So I went from having support to essentially not having any real support.